All right, this is Spoonman by Soundgarden. This is a super fun tune. It's got some great riffs. You got to go drop D on that big E string. Take that down to a D. Make sure it matches your other D. We have a lot of these power chords with like one finger type thing. So the first riff is up here. This is actually in 7/4 time. So there's 7 beats to this riff. So it's going to have 10s going into 12s, like a hammer-on thing. So 10, 12, 12, 12, 12. So you hammer it and you do 3 more 12s. And then there's kind of a muted scratch before the 10. So boom to the 10. And the 10 is going to go 10, 12, 7. So it's... And that's going to be 5, 7, 3, 0. And then we have a hammer, 3s to 5s, 2 more 5s after that. The last thing is 0, 0, 0. That's the 7th beat. So we got... That's the first part. 3, 4. 5, 7, 3, 0, 3, 5. And the end part is come, come, come. So we got... Okay, so the first riff, I'm calling Riff A, so that goes 4 times. Okay, that's going to be followed, those 4 times be followed by the B riff, which just ends up on the 5. 10, 12, 5. You got to hold that, you got those vocals that pop in, and then you're going to pop back into the first riff. Only 1 time, and then we're back into Riff B. 5s. Okay, then we're back into the main riff. 2 times. Okay, now we get into this riff here. So that's 3 pull-offs on the 5-3. Then that third one's going to go all the way to the open and then back to the 5. So it's... kind of hold the 5, pull to the 3 again. Then we're going to come down here. 5-3 on the D, 5-3-0 on the A. So we got... Okay, so we got 4 of those. So one more time through that, nice and slow. Okay, so we do 4 of those, and we're back into the A riff. 2 times. Got that B riff. Then we're back into the A riff. B riff. So I got this all written down on the tab, how many of each you have to do. Now we have 2 more of the A riff, 3, 4. Now we're back into that C riff with the pull-offs. Okay, back to the A riff 4 times. Okay, then the bass takes over and starts doing a riff. Now you can kind of double that bass riff. It's going to be the same type of pull-off riff, but we're going to start on the A string. We jump down to that lower 5-3 there. Okay, so it just kind of flips things around a little. So we got 3 of those pull-offs and then to the open. 5-3 on the D, and then this kind of holds that 5. That's a quicker one on the A. 5-3-0 on the big drop D. So we got. Okay, so the bass kind of has like that, doing that on its own, and then the guitar is going to come in right before the solo, playing that heavy with the bass. So it could have been like kind of underneath the bass, and then now it becomes kind of as loud as the bass. So let's try that riff 4 more times. We got 3, 4. Now to lead into the solo, we have one more of these, but it's going to stop on these 3s. We're going to go. And as soon as that happens on one guitar, the other one starts the solo. So that's a hammer 10 to 12 on the D. Got that unison bend, that's the 12 bending up on the G string with the 10 here on the B. Kind of bends down, then we have a couple hammer-ons. So that was 10, 12 on the G. Same on the D, 10 on the A. So it's. And then it starts the same second time. So that's a hammer on, 10 to 12 on the G. So we're going up this time, 10, 13 on the B after that. So. And then we have that unison bend where you bend the 13 on the B with the little 10. And then his solo, I'm not going to break his solo down, but these are the notes that he's using. This is the D minor pentatonic scale. So you got 13, 10. Okay, so he's basically using all of the D minor pentatonic notes. That's about as low as he goes right there. And then he does have one little thing where it kind of gets into so kind of a 14, 12, 11. And then kind of a 12 to 10 on the D. Okay, so once again, that little solo break was. Okay, and then just jam out. When you're jamming out on that solo, the main riff is happening. So it just like does that 4 times, I think, for the solo there. Then you have that spoons breakdown section. And after that spoons thing, we're going to come back in with that kind of bass riff. And then we're going to follow that with the C riff. That was that B riff. Now we're at the end of the song. It's going to end with. So 10 to 12, and then 3 more of those 12s and slide down. Okay, so once again, through the whole thing, we got like 4 of the A riff. So 3, 4. So 4 of those, and then the B riff. So those 5s. And then we have 1 more A riff. B riff. Okay, then you'd have 2 more of the A riff, and then we're into the C riff, which is, I believe, the chorus. So we do 4 of those. We have 2 more of these. B riff. And usually those B riffs will have like 1 A riff in between them, you know, so you got one of these. B riff. Okay, then at that point we would have 2 more of the A riff, and we're back into the C. We got 4 of those. We got 4 more of the A riff. We got the bass breakdown. Kind of come in on this other riff with that one. So we got 4 of those. And the other guitar gets the solo going. going to do on that solo, right? And then we got the D riff again. After the spoons, we got 4 of those. Then the C riff, the lower one. 4 of those. You got 4 of your A riff. You got your B riff again. Got those 5s. And then the end of the song, we got... All right, great tune by Soundgarden. Kim Thayil and Chris Cornell on guitars. Spoonman. This was about an actual dude they knew that plays spoons, I guess. And he's on the record, so pretty cool story. All right, talk to y'all later. Peace out.